Due to the disobedience of many of the early saints, the law of consecration was suspended by the Lord. A new economic order, tithing, was instituted in its place. The law of tithing continues to this day, though has been repeatedly modified over time. The Lord considered health important enough to incorporate it into his code of laws. Unlike the modern nations, the church does not need a medical establishment. There are to be no doctors, no nurses, no medical equipment, and no drugs. If there are any sick in the church, 2 or more elders are to be called and lay their hands upon them. For those with faith, they will be healed. For those who lack the faith to be healed, they are to be nourished with herbs and mild food. The church is to bear their infirmities. These instructions are not recommendations but are commandments. They have the force of law and are to be obeyed, just as the laws of the criminal and economic codes. The implication here is that the saints are not to go to doctors or to other medical practitioners. They are required to use a faith-based form of medicine, supported with herbal medicine. Those who lack the faith are not to get second opinions or try alternative medicine. They are not to be tended by those outside the faith, whom the Lord calls enemy. The healthcare system imposed by the Lord in his law of the church is far superior to our current system. It is free and effective. Maladies for those with faith are healed without expense, unlike in our modern healthcare system where symptoms are alleviated at great cost, but no real healing is effected. Within the law of the church, section 42, is a type of immigration and naturalization policy. Immigration policy, in general terms, is the process and standards a nation uses to regulate the movement of non-native people entering the country, usually for permanent residence. Naturalization is the legal process of becoming a citizen. Of course, the Church does not claim to have immigration or naturalization policies, but it does have them nonetheless. They are called missionary work. Building up a church, including the Church of Christ, is like the building up of a nation. There are 2 primary ways to increase the population of a nation, through reproduction and through immigration. This holds true for a church. Churches grow as a function of their birth rates and their ability to bring in members from the outside. The Lord instituted within the law of the church an aggressive policy of seeking new members from outside the church. Elders in the church were commanded to go in pairs out into the world to declare the coming kingdom and to invite all to repent and be baptized. The stated reason for this effort was to build up the church in every region of the country and of the world at large. This policy was not new. This was the same policy used by the apostles in the dispensation of the meridian of time.